Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Caden. I just want to document some things I've been ruminating on for the last few days about self-belief, okay, and believing in yourself. So, for you guys that have been watching, for some context here, I've been really diving into worthlessness and undeservingness, the feeling and just kind of the thought and the things we tell ourselves related to that. And I've been going into the Bible about like how God uses the people that feel the most unworthy and undeserving, and he says they have great faith, right? Like, and he uses them to do great works. And as I was thinking about all of this, I've been doing a lot of research on like our mind, on our beliefs, how our values work, what self-sabotaging is, and how we can reprogram our mind to basically change these things, like what's in our control, because we're programmed, we're wired a certain way, right? um and as I've been learning more and more about this, for some context here, um I've just been thinking more and more about this prophecy I had all the way back in 2017. So all the way back in 2017, I had this prophet prophesy over me. And basically, when he prayed over me, I just felt God so heavily that I fell to my knees. I started crying for however long it was, and um, he just prayed over me, and I didn't remember a single thing he said. Okay, and I just kind of knew that the whole preference idea, the thing he was trying to get at was like, I'm not a waste, right? And that just kind of kept playing through my head over the last like decade, was like, I'm not a waste. That's what God's trying to tell me through that prophecy, right? And I've been thinking about it, like I think about it like every week, that prophecy, for like the last decade, which is crazy now that I actually like think about it. And just last Friday, it's Tuesday today. On Friday or Thursday, I went to my mom and I was like, hey, like, do you remember that prophet that prayed over me, right? And she was like, yeah, I actually have a CD recording of it. And I was like, what the flip? I want this, right? She found it for me Sunday morning. Instead of going to church, I went out and I listened to this prophecy. And it wasn't everything I expected, but it didn't disappoint me, right? It spoke, like, it had its connections to what I'm going through and what I've been going through for like the last 5-7 years, right? Or decade even. And there was a common thing he was saying in the prophecy of, you need to start believing in yourself. The Lord God says that you need to start believing in yourself and who God made you to be, right? And he just would constantly, like, he just was really hitting that idea, right? Of, I need to believe in myself and who God made me to be, right? And there were some other things he talked about in there, but that was kind of like the main thing that stuck out to me, right? And the main thing that made me kind of like get emotional. And I started to think, it's very possible that I don't believe in myself and what I do, right? It just matches up with, undeserving, the worthlessness and all that. And as I look back on basically everything and some events in my past that where I had a choice to, move forward or, step back, like I there was this belief is very true. Like, I don't believe in myself. Like, the reason why, when I was in door to door and I was doing very successful, and someone told me like, hey, like, do you want to be a closer? Like, you're good enough to be a closer. I would be like, no, I don't want to be a closer because I don't believe in myself, and I still don't believe that I'm good enough at what I'm doing now, right? And I always thought it was like a safe call, like it was a good call for me, but it was not a good call. I was doing it because I didn't believe in myself to be whatever, to move up, right? And you see this all throughout my history with like everything I do. The reason why I quit something, or the reason why I pivot to something else, or the reason why I hesitate and I stop, is because there's this feeling, there's this belief of, I don't believe in myself, right? And I've been really like thinking about it, right? And I was like, hey, this is definitely true. This is definitely true, right? And I was talking to my girl last night, and I was just kind of telling her like everything I'm going through, like how I've been feeling, and just the new things I'm learning, and how I'm like basically like, yeah, just I just kind of, we had to talk about it. And she just kind of said like, like, Kane, just being real with you, like, you just need more confidence. Like, I just kind of see like a lack of confidence, like a low self-esteem, right? And I was like, so true. That literally lines up with what I just found out this weekend, right? And what all the evidence for it. And she's been saying this for a while now, like very subtly, like whenever we would have like emotional talks, or we would get into heated debates or arguments. um she kept saying this thing like, I just sense like this passiveness with you, right? And at the time I just thought like it's nothing, because she was emotional, and you know she was probably just overthinking things, which is totally cool and totally fine. So I just kind of like bypassed it. I was like, okay, probably not a thing. I don't really think that I'm that way. But now it's kind of all lined up, and she was right, and and I'm kind of like, what do I do with this? And honestly, I don't really know what to do with this. And I know like I could start, like, a good starting place would be like to just start believing that I could be and could become and can become someone that does believe in themselves, right? And that God can do that, right? And there's like the cliche Christian answers like, oh well, you're not supposed to believe in yourself, you're supposed to believe in God. And honestly, like, if I told this to someone face to face and they told me that, I'd leave. Or I might think about knocking them out, because like I don't want to hear that right now. Like, I believe in God, like, I know he can do all things. I know, okay? But it's like we still got to participate in what God does, right? And if you're depressed, I'm not saying I'm depressed right now, but if you're depressed and you don't believe in your actions are going to do anything, like, how are you going to participate in faith, which is the whole thing? Like, that's the whole reason we are made, is to have faith in God, and act on faith, do works in faith. If you don't have faith, you can't work with God. God's not going to be able to work through you to bring heaven down and do all, we're vessels, right? He's not going to be able to work with us. And yeah, I've been really thinking about it for the last few days, and the prophecy kind of like helped me, I guess, figure that out. And I honestly don't really know what to do about it. I'm still learning stuff. I'm probably gonna, I've been, to be honest, like, I've been kind of lying to like my managers, telling them I'm like sick, because I don't want to go to work, right? Because I just have this like fear of like trying, right? Because I really don't know why. Like, I just have such this fear of trying, but it's like it's what I want to do, and it like makes the most sense. And I've been kind of lying to them, so low key, after this call, I'm probably gonna text him, just be like, just like, drop me out. Like, this is not working for me, right? I need to, like, I don't know. It just sucks, because it's like I don't want to do that. Like, I really want to, like, not, I really want to have a plan before I do that. I really want to, like, I want to go in and overcome this problem in front of me. And a lot of me thinks that this problem I'm dealing with right now, it's like it's not gonna go away. It doesn't matter if I shift to a different career, or go somewhere else. Like, it's just gonna come up again, and I just gotta face it now or later, right? Um, but I'm still figuring it out. Honestly, I just wanted to record this down because it's important, and you know it's been due. So, um, yeah, I mean, this is just for the journey. If I'll probably be making some more videos on this, really trying to like get into the research about it. I've been doing a lot of learning over the last 4 days. Like, every waking hour I have, I'm learning about this stuff. So today and tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna try and really take all that knowledge and apply it to what I'm going through, and personalize it, um, through the filter of God and truth, so I can figure out what the next step is. and I'm just gonna be praying a ton, because it kind of feels like that's the only thing I can do. Like, I'm just like, even though I have all this knowledge and stuff, like, I just still feel really lost, and I really don't have any certainty on anything. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Just want to record this down. I hope you guys have a great day, and this video kind of helps you guys out, maybe realize something about yourselves. And yeah, I'll see you guys either later today or tomorrow. Peace.